Right. So what we're pretty much looking for is to find the certain confluences, find the things that is always repeat, and look for the signs of a particular move, right? So we looking at certain time frames, right, to come down the road and find where the points of entry would be on these certain time frames. So the start on the daily, the reason why we start on the daily is because it does give you a major zone essentially, right? So you're looking for a higher time frame. So high time frames is where the market does usually do something, right? Where the big players is be. There's be on higher time frames, not the lower ones. So you're starting to the right time frame, right? And they're coming on to the left side. Right, so you can start on the daily, depending on where the market is. You can then go down to the forward, right? So, like in this case, you could probably do on the forward because you will get more accuracy essentially. So what we're looking for is just for the market to be going in one direction and then turn around from that direction. That is a key point of interest. We're looking for more than one place that the market did that. Right? So like we could see the market was selling here, it turned around here, the market was buying here, turn around here. So that is two key points of interest, right? So that is what we're looking for. You could see that it lined up perfectly. So we could use this area as support. Support is your flooring, right? What we would then look for is for the highest point the market reached relative to the price. Relative to the price simply means closest to the price. So the highest area closest to the price. So in that case, the market, it will be here. Right? Because this is the current price, this dotted line, and then the market reach the closest place to that will be here, the highest point closest to that. Right? It also, if you draw the line across, it also touch these particular points, right? So it turn around from the area more than once. The more times the market turn around will do something at that particular area, the stronger the move would be essentially, or the more valid these lines would become, right? So if you're not sure and you're pulling your line, just pull your line further left. Right? So if you put it here and you ain't sure, just pull it across further and you would see if it touched the line multiple times. Right? The line or the box essentially. Right? So we have the 4 hour or the daily lined up essentially. Right? Cool. Now after we get the daily and the 4 hour zones lined up, what we will do is we will come down a time frame. Oh, before we do that, we also draw a trend line. So a trend line is pretty much more than two or more places that the market touch from. Right? So you get a touch here, you get a touch here. This will be considered as a valid trend line essentially. Right? Cool. So market touch, market touch. It could even say 3 times, right? Could the market sell here, touch, went up, sell here, touch, went up. Right? Sell here, touch, went up, and relatively close to here, touch and went up. So you can consider this area as a valid area. Right? So we have all these zones lined up. So we have a support area on a high time frame, we have a resistance area on a high time frame, and we have a trend line on a high time frame. Right? So what you do is drop a time frame and look for the exact same things. Now, when you come down the time frames, the market has become a little bit clearer to you, right? So you get to see more entries and more particular places, in the market. So when we come down to the 1 hour now, what we then do is identify the same thing, right? So we have a trend line where we get multiple touches from, right? And we also have support and resistance relative to the price. So as we could see in this particular case, the market have the same support and resistance areas from the top, right, from the 4 hour time frame and the daily time frame. So in this case here, we don't need to draw another support or resistance because closer to the price here, we already have these areas, right? So you're looking for areas that the market touch multiple times. Now, this here is a certain chart pattern, double bottom. We wouldn't get too much into that because the move still to come, provided that we break the zone here, right? To use the entry point to be on top here, essentially to confirm, right? But so far, the move looking all right. Cool for a buy. But we will get into why we would take a buy or where the entry point for a buy would have been, right? Well, based on our strategy. So what we does do, and our strategy in particular, is we just identify when the market either break in a zone or may break a zone or when the market change direction. So our strategy here can easily identify when the market change in direction and take trades at the change of the direction. Right? So the reason why we just catch big moves is because we could identify when the market turn around from here or like from here. So usually we would enter anywhere around here. Right? So that's how our strategy would work. So we start on the daily, come down to the 4 hour, start on the 1 hour, and we draw all the lines. Now, sometimes we may draw like a smaller little zone inside of here because of where the market reach. Now, the market could possibly have a next zone, but we wouldn't know, right? So we drop into the 15 minute. Now, as mentioned, because this zone is a major zone, the 4 hour zone, and this market is still relatively close to this, we wouldn't draw any more zones because this will kind of be redundant to draw another zone. So what we could do is maybe draw a little line across here to indicate where the actual top of the market might be closest to the price, right? Now remember, what we're looking for is to identify areas that the market buy or sell from, right, previously, or places that the market gave you some reaction from. A reaction is pretty much it go in one direction, it hit the zone, and it changed direction. So it happened here, it happened here, it happened down here, it happened here, right? It happened here before this area, it happened here, right? It happened here. So all these areas is places that the market was going in one particular direction and then turn around. Now we see it, and in this case, like let me go for it, let me use this as an example. So the market sell, turn around from here, turn around from here, turn around from here, turn around from here, turn around from here. In two particular instances, the market break and the market break. So we can clearly see when the market break the zones in these two areas. Right? Now, this is something different, right? Because the market turn around all the time from here, and then the market break from these two zones. So these are two significant events. Because we have the zones, we could easily identify when it is the market break one of these zones, right? So that is part of the reason why we just use these areas, support and resistance, to validate or to easily see when something happening, right? So because when we draw these lines, and we could see when we get big movements, that's why we use higher time frames essentially, right, to identify it. Now, what does move a candle is money. Money moves candles, right? So at these areas here, the higher time frame especially, it does take a lot of money to do something at these areas. So that's why we just use them as major zones to look for, to identify, to take particular trades or essential. Always use them as essential, as key points, right? Or let's call them key levels, right? Now at these particular zones or areas, what we just look for is a specific set of candles. Now, our trading style here is price action, meaning that although you see I may have an indicator on the chart, right? Price action is essentially looking at what the candle is telling you. Nothing is more important than what a candle is telling you, right? It don't matter the lines on the chart, it don't matter what you hear, whatever. Watch the candles. The candles will tell you what's happening, and it will help you to make determinations. What we just look for at key areas is candles to reject from, meaning it going in one direction and it turn around from, or we're looking for the candle to break through a zone like it did here. That is all we are trying to identify. We want to see at a key level, one of these major zones that we draw lines on, we want to see either a candle break the zone and close full body like this will be a red candle on your chart, or we want to see the market going in one direction like this and turn around from there, like how the market selling here all the time and then turn around from here. This is what we want to see. That's all we want to see, right? So this is what we are looking for at these areas. So I'll go over it again. You start on the daily, you go up to the 4 hour, and you draw your zones, right? So you find a particular entry point. So these are entry points into the market. These are touch points, key levels, things would happen here, right? More than likely, something would happen here, right? So we just identifying areas that something will happen. These are the only places you should be looking for trades. You don't look for trades in the middle here because it has nothing to say that the market will turn around from here. You don't know, right? So it's not a valid zone. So we're looking at high time frames, zones that the market reacted from. So when it says you come on the chart, right, and you see this green candle here, what you would do is jump in the trade because but the candle going up. Our trading strategy don't suggest that you take a sell or take a buy here because the market already going up. You could get through, nobody is saying no, but you don't take trades in space, right? Then again too, how big of a move you go get, right? Because the market, this man here, boy, this one is, bro. All right. What we just look for is to catch the beginning of a move so you get a nice little, ride now. Now, according to the high time frame that we're using here, right? According to the high time frame we're using, the entry points is here and here. So if you look at the chart from a high time frame perspective, we would see that we're still in consolidation because the market haven't broken any of these zones, right? So it didn't break the zone below, it didn't break the zone on top. So we get a little slingshot, right? So we catch a little move here. But the market close to an area that it sold from before, right? We could see the RSI high here, meaning that we do for sells, right? So the market, based on the technicals, the market could turn around from here, create a little double top and sell off. Now the market could do that because we're on a high time frame. So if you also enter, we will enter the key levels. Based on our trading strategy, right, we just enter at key levels. So we just look for particular candles at these zones, right? So try to take your entries at these zones. The reason why it's significant to look for entries at these zones also is so that it would more than likely, if again a move, you will get a big move. That's how we illustrate. So if we're catching something, because it's higher time frames, we could get something. Right? If we go up to where we is right now. Remember, if the market, chances are on any time frame, when the market going in a direction, you'll get 2-3 candles at that. If you get 2-3 candles of something on a big time frame, you'll get a nice move. Right? Because if the market rejecting, it could reject. Even if you get a wick on a daily, it is still a nice move. A wick on a daily, still a nice move. Right? So we look at, so even if you get a wick, still something nice now. So that's why we're using these higher time frames to look for the entry points on these areas to get a decent size move now. Much less if the market really turning around, you catch a big runner. Right? It does happen. Right? So our entry points are anywhere around these big zones. Now, to identify your particular trade, essentially, what you would do is we would drop down our time frame. So that we go with this area here. Right? So we could drop down to the 5, even the 1. Right? Now let me say you mark up your zones first. That's what you're supposed to do. So you have your zone markup first. Right? You know where the market could do something from. Right? So we're looking for things to happen at the area. So remember, all of this never happened here, right? So you're watching the market coming down, right? So remember, this is considered like a retest of the area, right? So the market break the zone And it never really come back to these zones. So it now come back and then retest, right? No problem. At these levels here, 5 minute, 1 minute, whatever. At these on these time frames, they ain't drawing no lines. Right? The lines on these time frames kinda irrelevant. Right? It don't really do much. So it don't really draw lines. What we look for is to get a real good entry and a tight stop loss. So you want to risk a little bit of money. You want to get a good entry as close to the line as possible. And you also want to risk the least amount of money to still catch all of this. Here what you're going to do. What we're going to look for at these areas is, alright, so before I'm gonna say what we're gonna look for. What we should do, I'm gonna say, at these areas is use common sense. So when the market, right, selling at this particular point, now remember when the market selling, it does sell. So it does keep making new lows. Right? So let me say this is a low area here. The market break this low area here. Okay, we see you get plenty of consolidation areas. Now, if you don't know what things like consolidation and stuff mean, right, you may not necessarily get these little details on our classes, right? So this is where you still have to go and watch a little 2-3 YouTube video, right? You're not going to just become a bad profitable trader by this, taking on one class and then going to charts. But what you will learn here is little nuances in the market, right? So you will learn the overall shot. You'll find specific entries and specific details, right? But things like consolidation and them kind of words, if you don't know what I mean, watch our YouTube video, right? So consolidation. So the market is going up and down, 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 right? So the market not picking a particular direction. So instead the market does be going down like this, selling. The market going up like this, buying. And then sometimes the market does go across like this, right? We love to see consolidation. Now, we don't trade in consolidation, but we would love to see it because when it breaks out of consolidation, that means something going to happen. We could easily identify when that does happen, right? So the market going across, and then it make a new low, and it dip down below. It get a little pullback, and then the market make a new high. So it make a high here, and then the market come again, right, and make a new low, right? It break through the new low, and then it come again, it pull back, it get a new high, and then it come and again a new low, and then the market break it again, and then you come and get all of this consolidation. So this is a low, right? Because the market flop around here, went sideways, and then it make a new low. So better break through the low and make a new low. So this is how you're going to observe the market. Common sense. The market making lows. So it consolidate, it break the zone, go lower. Right? It pull back, or it consolidate, make a new low. Pull back, consolidate, make a new low. So the market clearly selling. So you could sell here, you could sell here, you could sell here, all these places, right? The market come, consolidate, make a new low. You could sell here. Now, we have our zones markup previously. So, let me say we selling all along the road, right? We selling all the way, and we could easily identify when this happening, right? Making a little area consolidation or a little pullback, sell. Up, down, right? So, the market doing this. Right? So you could see the market going down. Up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Now, we have our zones marked up previously. Remember that. We join up these zones on major levels first. When the market reach at these zones, remember we mark up the zone. We're looking for something to happen. When the market come to this zone, we getting excited because we're looking for something to happen. I will tell you exactly what that thing is. When the market reaches zone, we are looking for two things to happen. Two specific candles. We're looking for a bullish engulfing candle or a bearish engulfing candle. We're looking for a big red candle like this, or we're looking for a big green candle like this. We are looking for those two things at the zone. Two things will happen at these zones. Either a big red candle break through the zone and close full body like this, or you get a big green candle to reject off the area like this. Something will happen. Either a big candle breakthrough or a big candle turn around. Like two things you're looking for. Big candle to break, like how this candle break come and just shoot down a big candle like this, or a big candle to go in the opposite direction. That is what you are looking for. The other thing you are looking for, we would have entered precisely anyway here had I been on the chart and I was looking for trades, right? So you know I wasn't really around for about 2 weeks. I was kind of busy, right? Had I been here, I would have seen this. Here, what you looking for? Real simple, common sense, eh? The market making new lows all the time. Every time it pull back and it push, it make a new low. It clear the bottom. So it ting, it break the level. It pull back. It come down again. Now remember, none of this happen. We don't know. It come down again. It break the level. Cool. Thing pull back, come down again. Pull back, break the level. Right? So we can clearly see the market selling off. It going lower. The market came to this area here, right? And it react off the line. So you get a little pullback here. No problem. Now remember, when the market pull back and it going lower, what it does do? So somebody answer me what the market would do if it going lower.
Break the line.
It would break the zone. However, the market did not break the zone. Right? So it pulled back and it came right back here and didn't break the zone. Ooh. Why it didn't break the zone? Because this is a key level, a major area, and there are buyers at this area. Everybody buying low because you want the thing that you buy to go up in value. And when you have something of value, you want to sell it for the most amount of money you have. So you just sell on the top of the market, you just buy at the bottom. So at the bottom of selling areas, that is why I just buy gold particularly, because the majority of people are buyers of gold. Right? We don't have to go back into it, but for those of you who know, gold has only go up in value. Since the beginning of time, gold never get cheaper. You never went in a jewelry store and it's cheaper. Always more expensive than the day before. Right? Almost more expensive than the year before. People just buy the commodity. Right? Land will get cheaper. Just get more expensive because they have more buyers in the market. So the price continuously going up. Right? I am a buyer of gold. I just wait on the bottom here. So when the sellers come in, I down here. You know why I down here? Because by the time them reach here, me and all the other buyers waiting, they're tired. All are selling, all they sell. All are selling pressure. Bro, you exhausted. You real tired, bro. Real tired, bro. Right? So, let's see. One second. Let's see, we have 60 members in the main group. Only 20 something all reach across. No, is hey, you no class or?
People not paying attention to the group.
Right. So we have sellers selling. Right? Everybody tired. Everybody tired when they done sell. Right? Everybody tired. So at the bottom here, you don't have no more sellers. Sellers don't perish. Right? So because they're tired, we go advantage them. You can't fight when you tired. Tired. Get in bed, boy. You're tired. You're gonna fight them real hard here. So when they reach down here now, and they're trying, so that they're trying to break the zone, right? But the buyers come, we push them up a little bit. So this is a story. Trading is a game, right? You're playing the game. So you're reading the story of what the market's saying, right? So whatever caused the catalyst, market selling off. Boom, sellers, no sound. If you're a seller in the market, you eat that food because you're coming down the road. Now, if you're a seller, and you're quite on top here, you want to sell forever, right? You don't ever want the market to go up. You just want the market to keep going lower because you inside nice. But nah, the buyers, I want a little thing. When the market reach down here, the price of gold, remember we trade the prices of things. The price of gold is cheaper. Remember, the first thing that we say, we're looking for good prices, right? So if you're selling, that means the price of gold high. You have plenty. So there we go again fundamentally. So we can understand what we're doing. As a seller of a particular asset, commodity, stock, whatever it is, if you are looking to short the market, it means that you have plenty of it and you have it at a premium, right? I have crypto, a real crypto, right now, and the demand for crypto is high, right? I call in 25 for 1. A real plenty. 25 for 1. I on top here. Real main more crypto, I a real plenty. The demand is high. 25 to 1. You have plenty of something at a premium price. You are selling your thing. So you're making money because you have plenty to sell. Right? So there's a seller on top here. A buyer is somebody now who was I was some crypto, but I'm paying 25. Right? So now you, as a seller, sell off all your crypto. So now when we reach down here at this price, right, you don't really have no more. Right? Your supply kind of done and thing now. Right? Well, let me just pay it as a commodity. Let me pay it as a vehicle. Right? So you have Almera, right? Everybody want Almeras, right? So you have Almera on top here, you're selling Almera. So as you and plenty others start to sell Almera, or they dilute the market. So now with a real Almeras, they pay it as that. So now 10 all there, a real plenty Almeras, and now they sell it off. Sell it. The price drop because the market flooded. Right? It's easily accessible. Everywhere you turn, it have Almeras. Everywhere you go. So the price drop, right? That's why all Chinese food kinda cheap. That Chinese food, KFC cheap. Fast food and type plenty of that. Right? No sin. Now at the bottom here, it have men who always wanted Almera to buy. Me, I always wanted one, but the price steep up here. I can't pay that price, boy. So I wait, and then the price of Almera's drop. Now, instead of 20,000 for Almera, 5,000 for Almera. Me and everybody else who always wanted one, get for 5,000, we got sale. Still have a day, the price low. What you go do? You go start to buy Almeras, right? So now, all the men who ever wanted one, go and start to buy. So now we go and send the price back up because the demand for it go get back high, right? So we waiting with the cash on the bottom to buy for a low cheap price, and then the men who have plenty on top here selling for a high premium. Remember on top here, everybody wanted, they don't have none. Price up here, sky high, or they sell, market get diluted. Everybody who ever wanted to buy, you're gonna get it for a cheap price. So now you're gonna start to buy. The sellers would obviously want to keep selling. When they sell and the buyers cannot push it up, they try to sell again. This is how you are observing the market. They try to sell again. They can't break the low. Right? So they try to sell, the market reject. They try to sell again. They cannot break the low. They send back up the price. They try to sell again. Notice every time they sell, they can't sell as low as before. Now you see now? This is what you are looking for in the market when you 1 minute time frame right now. This is what you are looking for. Things like this. Signs, indications. Remember, if you look on a high time frame, you ain't seeing this, but you see it down here. Things like these are what you are going to look for at key levels. Right? So the market sell, it buy. Come back, it try to sell. It couldn't sell as low, so it losing steam. The buy. We trying again, send on our price. Nothing. Buy. So at any one of these areas, you could look for buy entries because you could see the signs that the sellers are losing steam. You are looking for things like this at these big areas. Right? So your main thing that you would look for is a bullish engulfing. Now a bullish engulfing candle is a big candle. Now a big green candle to break a level. So remember. Alright, so let me use this example because this is not super clean. This is still more advanced. Alright. We go with this area. Right? This is still a valid area because we still only 1 minute. Alright, so it's still a valid area. So we could take the entry here. Right? This would be a nice entry to take. We still catch the beginning of the move. We could still get all of that. Alright. So the market sell. Reach the key area, and then now where you see the market start to change direction. So all the time the market just keep going lower and lower and lower, down, 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 down. It reach a point of interest, and now the market start to go up and up and up. So it make a high, this high, higher than this high. It make a next high, well, come like a low, right? Make a low, this low. Higher than this low higher than this low higher than this low, and so we go, right? So they could see the market change direction all the time. This low was lower than this low, lower than this low. Right? So all the time the market going down the road, selling, and then all of a sudden the market started to go up the road. So you could see that clearly. We could easily identify that, right? So we're looking for that. Now, what we would do is confirm that the market is going in the particular direction. So you can take an aggressive entry down here. So if I ever see me say aggressive entry, it's because I see something like this happening already, and I'm pretty confident that the market would continue going up, right? But we're still not sure. So sometimes the market could come, right? This could just be one little pullback still, right? And the market could come all the way back and test back this area. Sometimes the market sell back and test here, and then you get a buy from here and it goes. So you get a little push up, it pull back, it thing. Like this market things. It have nothing that we could do to counteract things like that. Right? The market could sell till here. They could get a big sell off back to the trend line. Right? And then it could get a next reaction like this, and then that would be a buy. There is nothing we could do. The market is just do that. Those are market things. Sometimes we could sit down through it. Sometimes we could take a L on it. Right? We don't know. Remember, everything that happened to the right of the screen is in hindsight. Right? We don't know. So we could get things like that. Remember, the market is designed to shake you out. Right? So you could get bumming and whatever. Right? No problem. Now, to confirm that the market going up, because we're seeing this is making new highs, you could get an entry here, and if you're confident enough, your belly, you take a trade and you might get all of this. Or you could have come here and then the market flop around. You say, wait, the market ain't ready yet. And all kind of thing. Now, to confirm that the market going up, if you be a little bit more patient, what you would then look for is this thing that we always looking for, a bullish engulfing candle. But we wanted to break a zone and close above the zone. So remember, this is our come like our resistance area here. Right? Well, come like this could be support. So this little area here is where the market struggled to break from. So it come, it got reaction here. So buyers was here, they didn't really want the price to go. We wanted to buy from here, but we couldn't. It's a last strong seller, so the market sell. Right? But it still indicate that it is a key it's a key level. Men try it. Buyers didn't mind buying from here. Men in buying because I know I want the best price. Right? So I want the best price down here. But I ain't mind taking it. So like we say, I prefer get it for $5, but if I get it for 10, there's no scene. I'll take it. Still, I already want it. You might as well be right. I really want that car. So I go take it from here. No scene. So I try to buy. Hey, you see you get money from here, dog. You get money from here, dog. I'll take it. Like nah. Mango sells still. No problem. Now, when the market eventually reach back to the zone here, right? You remember it was strong, so it struggled to go a bit lower because the real men tried to buy from here, but it eventually get it down. When the market reached to this area here, you notice this big candle here that breakthrough. This is because buyers like dog, we going up the road, are taking it here, right? So this candle, regardless of the time frame, it don't matter. Bullish engulfing is a bullish engulfing. Candles inside of candles, right? This candle here suggests that it has plenty momentum. None of us here can move a 1 minute candle. We don't have enough money. Right? So it still takes volume. Now notice this candle is unlike any other. A big candle. But the significance of this candle is where it formed. It break a zone. So remember, we have a consolidation area. Right? So this is a zone. The market break the zone. It break it and it close. Now a key thing, a significant thing, is the closing of the candle. So not because it break a zone means you're good to go. It needs to close like full bodied. So if it break the zone, you sit down on your hand. If it don't close full body, you get through. You wait again until you see it close full body. When the market or the candle, the price or whatever break the zone and close full body, what you are looking for is a validation of the zone. Validation meaning you want the market to pull back to the zone. So you want the market to buy and pull back to the zone. The pull back to the zone is to confirm that the market don't go any lower. All right. Somebody raise a hand. You can unmute yourself now.
Hi, good night, everyone. Good night, Marlon.
Hi, night.
When you say the candle close, I see lines on either side of the candles, and some candles just don't have any line on it. Which one is closed fully?
Okay. So close meaning that the candle end off. So if you look, do I have it on? Don't think I have it on. But there's something called countdown to bar close. I'm seeing it here right now. Alright. So each candle, right? Let's take a particular period of time to open and close. So let me go to the current price. I'll show you.
And the thing you're looking for is it underneath on the right hand corner is a little kind of oxygen out there.
Yeah, I was not looking about it now. I ain't seen it now. I ain't seen it in there.
Alright.
So this stuff was looking for. I know we're not.
Look at it come down.
You seen it?
Yeah, look at seconds going up on it.
Yeah, but I have it on means see nothing happening. Means see what going on here. I will dig up after. Right. Hey, look at that. Big sell. Right. Oh, look at the price here. Right. So notice this. So we're on the 5 minute time frame, right? Which means that every candle let's take 5 minutes to open and close. Right? So you see how these candles here not moving? That means it closed. 5 minutes expired. You see how this candle here is still moving? There we go, even tighter. You see how this candle here is still moving? Going up and now. It's have 21 seconds for this candle to close. So you're waiting for the candle to expire. So every time frame the candle does take, so like on a 5 minute, it does take 5 minutes for one candle to finish move. On the 50 minute, it will take 50 minutes for one candle to finish move. 1 minute, it will take 1 minute for the candle to finish move. So you see how we only have 0 seconds and a new candle form, and then this one stagnant, this candle can't change again. So that is what we mean by wait for it to close. So at the zone, we're waiting for this 1 minute candle to start and close. And then this one here will start to do a thing. Make sense? Understand?
Yes, thank you.
Right. So we're waiting for it to break the zone and close. Stop. It's done. Right? Do not enter trades when candles are moving. Do not enter a trade when a candle is moving. You cannot predict the price of a candle. You cannot sit down and stare at a candle and know what the candle is going to do. None of us here could do it. We have all tried to. You sit down staring at a candle and the candle looking like it's going to do a thing and it never does the thing you think it's going to do. We stare at rare candles and it does never do what you think it's going to do. Never. Right? That is how unpredictable it is. So do not stare at the candles and try to predict what it would do. That is why you don't enter trades when candles moving. You simply don't know. So you have to wait. You just get data from a candle when it's done. A doji candle is not a doji candle until it's done. You have to wait for it to finish. So when the candle finish, you see you sit down for 1 minute and stare at the candle. Don't get no FOMO one time. You get FOMO, it's free trade go leave. The trade never leaves you. It don't ever go. It always have a next one. This is a fluid thing. Right? In my 2 years, I never come here and egg a trade. It always have a trade some way on something. This thing don't stop. This is billions and billions of dollars. Man, banks doing this. This is how they making money. This is not going to stop. Right? It always have a tradable thing. We trade in human emotion, eh? We trade in what men see and what thing can happen. This is prices. Remember, trading is not no physical assets. You don't buy nothing, you don't gain anything. It's just prices. It's a big game. It's a playing field that people with money playing. Right? So you're not actually getting anything. So, it's a sport now. It's a sport. Right? To treat it as a sport or a game. That is the way it is now. It's not, don't apply no pressure to it like, but I need this money to thing. No, it's a game. Play the game. Right? It gamified. It look pretty. When the market break the zone and they sit down on their hands and they wait for it to close, that means that the market closed for the body. That means have volume to break the line. Any zone that broken means volume, means money, means conviction. Right? When the market breaks a zone. What we would then wait to do is wait for the market to validate the zone, meaning it don't go lower. So you see how the market come back and it flop around in the area. It don't want to go lower. Anyway here. Now usually I would wait for 15 minutes. I would wait for 15 on these candles to expire before I take a trade. Because that the 15 candles essentially is proper validation. Right? Means that if 15 times the market tried to break the zone and it doesn't, more than likely it won't. So let's just give me enough wiggle room now. However, of lately, I started using the 1 minute. Reason being, I get tighter stop losses, right? So meaning I could risk less money on a trade, essentially, if I am correct. So what I would do is come down to the 1 minute, right? And I might wait for the market to come back, maybe 1 or 2 little candle, Right? Maybe a car might take an entry maybe on a 5 minute. Anyway, it's really up to you. It's subjective. I'll give you that little play. You can take it on the 1, you can take it on the 5, whatever. Right? So now we say, you wait for a 5-minute candle to close. Right? Market break the zone, full body same way. You wait for it to pull back. This is a little doji, so this is a standard reversal. So you might not take the trade here. And because this could turn around on you now, so I ain't gonna take it here. And then you see this one same thing, you got a rejection. You might have take it here because the market show you no buys, you might have pay stop loss below. Or if you're only 1 minute and you higher belly, as I say, you take your entry one time. Right? What you would do is use this indication of rejection to validate the fact that the market not going lower. Right? So you see the market trying to go and it doesn't. Right? Anyway here would be your entry. So let me say enter on this candle, the close of this candle. You could put the stop loss below the previous low. Now if the market sell and break here, it's going lower. Right? Because remember, if the market going up, it has never go lower than previously, right? So it was here, it went up, it come back, and it never went lower than this mark. It go up, it come back, it never went lower than this one. It go up, it come back, it never went lower than this one. So once the market stay above this area here, you good to go. The market could come here. Once it do come here or lower, you're good to go. Now sometimes the market does do market things. It could wick you out and go back up. Quite possible. Right? All that is just the game to play. That is why it is risk properly. Because you don't know what the market would do, they have to always play defense. So you have to keep your shield up. Some people just running with 2 swords. Keep up your shield. The market does do market things. You see how this candle just come and wick you out here? If you put your stop loss, tight stop loss, boy, 20 pip stop loss, right? All that fancy thing, nonsense, bro. Yeah, bro, you could unmute yourself to talk, bro. That raise your hand.
Yeah, Malo. So at the bottom where the it start to move to uptrend, right?
Right, down here.
I never yeah. So right, in terms of managing your risk goods, right?
Right.
Like we see when it came back down to the pullback, right?
Right.
Right there would be a good entry in terms
Yeah.
of like if it did the risk much
Yeah.
compared to the okay.
Right.
So that would be a good way to manage your risk in a sense.
1 to 2%. You're using trade locker. The risk no more than 1 to 2% of your account. It will take you 100 trades to blow your
Because
account.
what's how close it was to the previous lower low now.
Is want to do go lower.
Yeah. So
Right?
that'd be a nice
Yeah. So this is a market thing. It's how big this red candle is. This is to shake you out of trade. But if you risk properly, you get the reason you're risking properly is that you can take a loss if necessary. You can't duck losses. You have nothing you could do to not lose. So the example that I given you, right, is why it is risk properly is so that you can put your stop loss where necessary. No, it's a fancy thing where men is 20 pips up loss, 10 pips up loss. Do not fall for that pretty thing that men be talking trading. That is shit on. You see how the market just come below the zone here? It wick you out. You see how the market, and gold known for that. Heavily manipulated in things like this. You see how the market just break below here and wick you out? It just take your food. It just close you out. Liquidity. Right? For the market to go up, it has had to sell. For the market to sell, it has had to go up a little bit. Now that's how it has get manipulation. It's called liquidity sweeps. Liquidity is where men stop losses. So yes, that's why it is need money to trade. Because if you don't have any money, you just have to put your stop loss real close to where you enter. Right? You want to put it right below the zone or whatever. And you come and you get wick out. Because you can't afford to risk any money. So you have to be able to risk using a prop firm. Right? So you're risking, you're still managing your risk 1 to 2%. The last thing I did say in the group was lessen your leverage and lengthen the time. Forget how much money, forget the money. Right? Forget that I want it now and need it now. Focus on the sport. Right? Great athletes don't focus on the money and the glory. They just focus on doing the thing. Great chefs don't study how nice the restaurant is. They just focus on the craft. The craft is where the money is. So if you come just looking for the money, you will never learn the craft. But the craft is what have the money. Don't put the cart before the horse. Focus on your craft. Focus on getting better at trading. You will get more money. But if you don't focus on getting better at trading, how you will get the money? The money and the skill. And on that note, for everybody here, what you paid for is not signals, eh? You ain't pay for signals from Marlo. You pay for Marlo to tell you what he know. Right? So what you come in here for is to learn the skill, not to get signal and I'm a trader this guy and I'm a trade, and that has upset me, boy. That 1,000 is not for trades, boy. That 1,000 is to find out how to make money for yourself. Right? So focus on the skill. Learn, study, watch videos. Right? That is where you pay for now. Right? So focus on that. If you learn to trade, you will get money. If you never learn to trade, you have no money to get. Right? So that way the focus on. So risk properly. Take your time. You will get there. It's a journey. It's a marathon. Right? Don't apply too much of pressure. My last trade was on the 9th of this month. That was the last trade I take. I watch all kind of move up. All they send money, big money, and trade in the group and all that. Me and touch the chant, that this was on free my mind. I cool. When I get mine, I happy. You know that type of way? You done living how you living, relax, you'll get through. Right? Just give yourself grace, patience, time. You'll make it. Sure about that. So risk properly, put your stop loss below the low. 1 to 2%, whatever 1 to 2% is for you. You want more money? For your 1 to 2%, invest more money. This is a business, buy a bigger prop firm. But if you can't afford a bigger prop firm, you can't want to make $1 million and you don't have $1 million to invest. Right? 1 to 1. Whatever your 1% is, if your 1% is $100, or 100 US is plenty. At 800, 850 that you invested in one trade. I plenty money if you think about it. Because without the prop firm, if I tell you put 800 on a trade, you can't. You can't buy 100 US and trade a whole 100 US on one trade. Because if you say you're wrong on that one trade, then you have to find a next 100 US. Like plenty money. You know type of way? Like crazy money. So take your time, risk properly. Right? The prop firm is not fair to the while out on. If you can't manage that, you ain't gonna manage nothing. Because when you get real money, what you gonna do with it? And it's supposed to buy a bigger prop firm, but like we say, when you want to make a live account for yourself, something else. Like we say a children and you want to put on something, you have to be able to manage your money. Trading it would teach you to manage money regardless now. You know, okay, you're forced to. So you have to think about it like that. Be content with your 1%, your 2%, and it would grow naturally, right? Don't rush down trade, don't rush down entry, don't do none of that. It's very easy to lose your money doing this thing, right? So you have to be patient and, take your time now. So risk properly. In case you are wrong, you are going to be wrong from time to time. Can't stop it. As I say, sometimes everything perfect and the market is market here. It just market here, bro. Just more kind of thing, right? So you can't always win. You can't always stop it. Sometimes the market had to win. Trading is a zero-sum game, meaning for you to win, somebody had to lose. Every time you lose money, you're going in somebody else's pocket, right? So you had to take the little L. If you take the little L, it's fine. So in case you get L, you don't lose too much. One trade should not put you in a position that you can't recover, right? So that is how you're functioning. So you risk properly. So you could put your stop loss below the low where it needs to be to take good entries, and then you target a 2 to 1 minimum. So you start the 2 to 1. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't get it. Right? Sometimes it happen for you, sometimes it don't happen for you. Right? It's fine. Sometimes you get a big move. Now, usually, because we just be on high time frames. So remember, we get we entry in 1 minute, right? I just put this here, but because we be on high time frames and we just get big reactions and big movement, this is our strategy. We just end up getting some monsters, bro. So all of that happen here, you're still in the trade. You know what I'm saying? So this is how it has functioned for us. So we just get good entries at these big levels, and at these big levels, here is where we just get these kind of moves, because on a high time frame, you're more likely to get a big, reaction. Even if we get a wick, as I say, a wick. All right, so let me see what wick does do on our daily. This is our daily wick, right? So you take an entry of our daily wick using the same strategy. As the market sell, so you like get this here. This is your daily wick. So even if you get a reaction of what this zone here, this is what our daily wick will do for you. Right? This. A daily wick. So even if you get the entry on a wick, you still get a nice move because of the high time frames we just use. So all you had to do is wait for the market to reach these zones. So if you notice, we don't be in the in and out, in and out, in and out, right? We just sit down and wait. So like for me, my entry done gone. What I would then look for is for two things to happen at my next major zone. So you see this blue line here? This blue line is not a major zone for me. Right? This is like a 50-minute high. Alright, so we got a movement of the 50-minute high. Overall, I still saying we in consolidation now. The breaking of this trend line is a good sign, right? Because the market respecting all the time. So every time I reach it, it sell, it reach it, it sell, it reach it, it sell. Alright, so it finally broke it. So this is a good sign that the market broke it. It pulled back and it retested the area and it sell, it buy again. So this is good, great signs. Right? Now the buy is here. The buy is, this little area here. The next buy would be a bullish engulfing candle to either break this zone and retest, or we're looking for a big bearish engulfing candle to turn around from here to suggest that we're still in consolidation. So that is we indicators to look for trades or whatever. So we're looking for the market now to either break a zone because it would suggest conviction, right? Break the zone and retest, or we're looking for a big candle now to turn around from the zone, something like this big red candle there. You're looking for it to turn around from the zone to say, well, alright, well, we're going in this particular direction. Bullish or bearish engulfing candles just pick directions for you. Right? So when you see it, chances are the market would continue in that direction. So that's pretty much why we just use them. If you just look at YouTube videos, just talk about the bullish and the bearish engulfing. What it simply suggests, like you see this, the market chances are going to continue going lower. You see this, a big green one, the market going to continue higher. Chances are there's no guarantees in trading, but there's a strong indicator of the direction of the market now. Alright, so that's pretty much it there. So we will take some questions and then we will bust out, see all on the chat. Well, I will be with that, but we know what we're looking for. Alright, so if anybody have any questions, you will take them on.
Yes. Malan, I have a question. I would have missed the beginning of this session. I understand everything you're saying, but yet I still don't understand. First question will be, how do you know where to take the zones? These big lines that you're putting across them. I think you're calling them zones. And I believe it is maybe one is your stop loss, I think you're calling it. And the one on top will tell you selling, right? But what is causing you to choose that area versus another area?
Where is your trading experience?
Zero, none.
All right, but then you have a video for that. Since you don't know anything at all, and you had to get like that basic video. Right? The terms are only used wrong. So I'll create a video for that for you, a basic video. And I'll make a basic video for that. So don't tell you about that. We will do for that for you. I wouldn't go for that now.
Lovely. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody have any like any other questions?
What would we consider the high,
What do you mean?
like the major zone to break?
What will we consider it
Yeah, what spot we be looking at?
right now?
Currently, yeah.
Right here. 3263.
Marlon, I realize with that 3263, every time it reaches a zone, it gain a resistance and going back down. It ain't breaking that zone at all.
Because
Since last.
it's a major zone.
Yeah, every time it touches a zone, it's selling back off.
Because it's a higher time for major zone. So once it break the zone, that is the indication that the market more than likely will continue going up. So
You know what?
That's why we pick it.
You know what I was asking to Marlon? If like when I join my support and my resistance, if it sometimes it mightn't be lined up with yours, that could cause any problem.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your trade.
Oh, all right, cool.
It had to be so well alright, so here we're going on. I realized because well, I'm not sure your name is what's your name here? I'm not sure it's your actual name. Your name is Abundant Lands. Right?
Okay.
What's your name?
Rianda.
Alright, Rihanna. So Rihanna, Isaiah, and you all ask these exact same question just now, essentially. Right? So I think last week somebody did say about to do like a beginner class on how to draw the zone. So I would make a dedicated video just for that. And I think next week class we will just go over the foundation of doing the trades and to draw the zones. And yes,
Remember,
and my partner here too. Right? I think we
remember you sent videos. Remember you did when I had joined, you had record the classes and put them on YouTube so you can refer them back to those videos too.
so
That's why they come back and watch.
yeah,
at
it would
times.
be one of the earlier videos up there. I'll never watch through them videos where they just come here.
I just go back and think.
I know you just go.
So the question that they asking there is basically that is why I learn where to draw them now. So they can go and watch.
I don't watch over the videos, you know, but sometimes I just see you join the resistance on the daily, and then sometimes do it on the 4.
Okay.
But
so for
the
that it is
resistance-
line up, it's basically the same thing,
Oh. But would it matter if it's trading view and with the prop firm?
Not so much. Not so much. Right? But it would have a different each broker has a different spread and a different price a little bit.
Because I watching my where on my trend line it close but it like a few pips off now. So I was asking.
It would be a little bit off. The zones, the Jolly zones is the foundation. It's like ABCs. It's very important. Now, I lost a trade, but it was one of the worst losses. Like in recent time, I was right in the group. I hold that trade too long, and I gave all that next entry, and we lost that trade. And after analyzing the trade I gained, because like why I lost the trade, you must know why. I realized that I drew the zones bad. So if it draw the zone bad, it off to any degree, you're going to lose the trade because you will see something that didn't happen. And so your entry point is important for what we're doing. So it had to be accurate. You had to draw them thing good by. So I feel we gonna have to sure, if you could, bro, if you know where in that group that video is by, you could just forward it back. But I will have to open back that group because as we see here, 60 something people in the main group, and then we only have 20 something people that move across. And while we on the call, quite a few people ask, hey, we are no class or anything, so that means man read what's going on. So,
Yeah.
right? So,
I just go back to the live recording and get the class, you know.
Yeah, just go up in the live recordings and
back
you
I
And he'll
will,
go
remember,
to,
as far as up they could go,
yeah, and all this
they will
label
go.
them, and
but
what I want that wouldn't have a label on it now, right?
It
most
will
of
be
them,
something with easy.
but most of them just show how to draw the, because to me, in my, I would say, in the resistance is where the last wick,
Uh,
the highest
yeah,
wick,
let,
and then
let, let me
the
do all the
lower
cash.
one.
Let me just do all the run over again. I do all the run over. Right. So naked chart, right? Nothing on each chart. The price line. Price is the dotted line, right? So the dotted line is the price. We draw in a box at the highest point or the highest wick, right? That closest to this price here. The highest point that closest to the price is where we draw in a box. Don't draw a line because a line wouldn't give you the accurate area necessary, right? So we draw in a box closest to the dotted line, highest wick to that body. To confirm if you draw it properly, right, you will drag it across to see how much places that the market touch from or turn around from, right? So like here, you could use it here. I might have drawn it a little bit higher now because the price the price kind of close to this area. So this could be considered as a tier, right? The highest place closer to the price here. The reason I would draw this one higher, right? And I would use this area because we get touches here, we get touches here, we get touches here. So we get one here, we get one here. So you're looking for the place that you get the most amount of resistance or rejection or turn around from. This is what we're using. You see how much time the market go in one direction, turn around? This is what we're using to determine if the zone is strong or not. This is what we're using here. So see, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places that the market turn around from.
The most recent one they too.
Here and all. Most recent one too. Same thing. So you see how much times the market did it? That is what we're using as a valid resistance. This. Right? We're looking for support, which is on the bottom. Right? We're looking for the place that the market, the lowest place closest to the price that the market did the same thing by. The lowest place that the market did this by, which could be here. Right, so you're using the lowest wick and the lowest body. Right, you can then even scale this up to anywhere here or anywhere here. Right, to kind of match it. So this could be an area here. Right, so you have a whole area that things happen. So the market react here, it react here, but this is the lowest place that it went closest to this dotted line. That is how you're going to find the zones. Same thing for the trend line. Alright, so I'd already draw like high trend lines unless it's a daily or whatever for the overall trend. But like in this area here, the market, you're looking for these same places that the market touch multiple times. If you draw it properly and the market trending, you will get things like this, where support and resistance meet. One touch, two touch.
Don't forget to tell them why you draw it down wanted because remember abundance new.
Right. Well, this class she still wouldn't understand this class, but the reason why
Alright, okay.
we draw this one like this is because this was the current trend. The market was at this point currently going lower. Right? So when we draw the line, it's just to see where the market break from. So you see how it turn around here, it turn around here, it turn around here, it turn around here, and then eventually it break. So we could clearly see the market break. And then the market come and then it retested it here and then it continue on. So it hold the line. So what this be is our term is current support previous resistance, something like that, or current resistance, previous support, right? Kind of like this, yeah. So, right. So you see this area here, how the market, so the market was buying all the time, and then it come to this area, and then it turn around and sell, and then it do all the way do, and it come back to the same area here. You see how it turn around from here? So this was resistance. Resistance is your roof, right? And then you have support, which is your flooring. So you see this was at this point here previously resistance, so the market turn around, and now it's currently support. The market don't want to go lower. So that is what we use to create these zones essentially, right? So to validate it. So it has happened with the horizontal boxes, and it's also happened with the vertical, right? What is called this? What this would be? The angled lines. Same thing for that, right? So you see how all the time here it's staying below the line on this side, and then it finally break, and then it's staying above the line on the right side. That's considered as a valid trend line. Anyway, the market touching and turning around from essentially. So at these areas is just where you're looking for trades to happen. So like here, this here is a major zone, so we're looking for something to happen. So it's either the market break through the zone. If it does, you will look for entries because that will suggest volume and conviction. Or we're looking for a big red candle to form up here to probably suggest that the market is selling, or it will turn around and go in the next direction. So that's pretty much what we're looking for at these areas now, right? So for right now, for the trading style we missed the entry, right? You wouldn't jump in now because you got close to this area, so you never know what can happen, right? So because we don't know, we need confirmations of things happening. So the confirmation is the breaking of a zone essentially. So until that zone get broken, a major zone, then it react or reject of our major zone, and we can't do anything, right? Because you can't say for sure it will keep buying, and then you can't say for sure it will turn around and sell. Most people, but just trade like that. They will feel it will come up here, and then had to sell, and then they go buy, and then some people go feel well they had to buy, and then it hold the resistance. Right, because the market's still in consolidation overall now. So it could be that it's not ready to buy again, based on fundamentals too. Because like on the hour, the RSI high, same thing on the 4 hour RSI high. So you never know, right? So we just need the confirmations. So I would go back up in the group. I say I would try and I would have I had to probably try and see if during this week I could get more of you all across into the.
Hey, Malo, sorry to disturb you. I now come back, so I don't know if Richard to meet it up to listen to the YouTube videos. So I now remember when I had now come, which was in the middle of February, I think. You remember you didn't have the recording equipment. So those time and you didn't record it. So I think you need to really make a video with like what bearish trend line is, what bullish trend line is, and the zones. And yeah, I think you need to make a basic video because I don't think you have one with just that.
Yeah, I agree. So I would definitely do it. If not tonight, sometime tomorrow. I will do it. The reason why it's necessary too is because as people keep coming in the group, then
instead I keep making a video for everybody.
We have to be able to watch that video. If you never watch it, then that will be on you. I know I have one with how to use trading view and how to use trade locker. And
I had them things, but the trend lines and things.
For sure. I would definitely do it.
My next question is, I wasn't really around when I saw when you send the interaction with the bot, but I didn't get to know as working plenty. So I hear you now talking about it, so just give me a little.
Okay, so when the group started, this elite group, because for the people who here long enough, they would know that I used to do this for free. Right, and never is a charge for this. What I do in here, I did the main WhatsApp group. Everybody used to be talking and thing in there, so I used to do it for free. And when things free, people don't really take it seriously, right? So that is where the initial course comes to. So if you really want to learn, pay your money where your mouth is now, and let we really do it. Right? Because I enjoy doing this. Now, when when I charge you money, the 1,000, that's a come. Man come, thing, I say, oh, you can see and people still do come. Right? So, man thing and whatever. Now, the reason we have one class, because I have many different things that I be doing. So, the one class of the week, there's be good enough to learn, right? Because it still be robust, be thinking, and I would still be there and help throughout the week. Now, what that turned into is, I have a lot of you all in there. So now it turned into everybody need help. Everybody want specific one-on-ones now, right? And then that taking more time out of my day to help you, because I ain't gonna leave you hanging. But then now it turned into, well, half of the day is me just helping men personally. So now that becoming more overwhelming, right? So for the people who coming in now, to make it a little bit easier on the mental, you will have to pay a subscription to stay, right? So like how it is, we have a vast majority in the group there that in here, well then, now boy, if you ain't thing, you ain't thing. So the people who already, I say lifetime, is because I view all as people who looking for it and men coming and whatnot, right? So the ones who already paid for that, we will honor that. So I'm not going back on my word. So you will still have the lifetime access. For the ones who coming in now, because I know that it will take more than, I don't want to say was willing to provide, but because it would take more effort and energy, then my time had to be compensated for that now, right? So you gotta pay to stay on board. Right? Just turning into that. So the new group is an automated system on a bot that I have, so that when persons come in the group now, for all the information will be passed in there. So if it is you don't pay the subscription, the bot would automatically remove you out the group. So you don't have to, I don't have to be looking to find out if you go in and pay anything. If you want to stay, the bot will tell you out, contact and pay. Right? This will be no ridiculous subscription anyway. Right? It's not going to be no set of big money and things. It's very, very small, very minimal. Right? You will see it when it come out. Well, it's dog cheap. Right? It's just for the little, number to make it. I don't want it to be at a point where I get burnt out now. And as I say, it's plenty things I do, not just this. So I don't want to get burnt out doing it and then short all the in terms of like doing this now. So what I was trying to do, and it proven difficult to rally adults, is to get everybody to just interact with the bot, so the bot would put you in the group. So everybody in here would have the lifetime access. So there are different packages. So you could have lifetime access, you could get the 30 days or whatever. Now. So the people who in here now, I want all here to come into the group through the bot, so the bot know that all they're here for lifetime, so that when 30 days up, all they wouldn't get kicked out of the group. So that is the purpose of it. So what I want is for everybody to just interact with the group, say, well, just forward /start, right? You will get automated thing, ignore it. You just once you interact with the bot will log your username. That's what Telegram is identifier. Right? From there, I would then just select it as lifetime and put it in there. So then now the whole group that we have would be automated now. So that is the whole thing. It's proven to be difficult to rally the folks to do that now. Right? So then I might have to just leave all their day, right? And then still let's put the new people in this group. So that it's looking like if it is I go have to remove all here. Just leave all there all there is, and then just put the new ones in the group and all because man not now boy.
Okay, I understand. That is my slap day too. So it's basically because when I interact, I say way back behind here because when I see this is literally something I had to do in order to get a class, I interact with it, right? So basically, I don't send the link before I interact, so I know I have no message to get. That's why I message you on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So seeing that I interact with the bot now and I press start, I cool it.
Yeah, cool. So all I have to do now is the bot log in. So all I have to do is just add it to the group. No, so the bot is log in, and I would just say this man is lifetime, so the bot will log in as lifetime now. So that pretty much.
So change my name from T's or leave it?
No, you can leave it. Whatever your name is fine. Whatever your name is fine. Right? I would just put it there as that. And now with the subscription, I would add more things. Right? So it'll be some cool things, some cool vibes. I'm not just going and raise price and gain nothing. So we working on some extra stuff to gain to make it worth your while now, you know. So it was not for all the little, as I say, I'm not charging all it anything else, right? All the money that is it, right? If you want the new cool stuff, well then yeah. But if it is not, it's fine. We will still rocking as we rocking. There's no issues, right? It's just so that half the day in coming where I had to show man how to mark up chart still now. Right? So that is what it is. So I've more than likely I will have to remove all of it because I don't want it to be now where next week Sunday I boy and check the group whole week and then while we on the class I boy coming with no link or no class or like dog I'm fresh boy. Right, so that's the way to be that. So more than likely I will just have to leave the group as is and that will lock it so that you're forced to interact with the button.
Yeah.
And well, you know that way. So I'm out this weekend I will try and sort out that is mine, and maybe the new folks and them I'll just put them in there because they're gonna be the new the set, you know, norm now way. So yeah, that is it. I would make the video sometime during the weekend. So I would do it as soon as possible. Probably tonight I will see, I'm not sure. But I'll try and get it to you as soon as possible so we will have that basics. And you look for some trades. So right now I'm looking at the buys. So I can set an alert for I'm more or less back on the chat. So I'll be here to send out some bangers. But we looking at this zone to get broken here just to confirm with the uptrend. So I'm looking at I set an alert here. The alert is exactly the high as well. Also have a candlestick Bible. Right, the candlestick Bible, yeah. Yes. The candlestick Bible. Go through that. So the candlestick Bible would show you the different types of candles. I think it have a few chart patterns in there too, I'm not sure. Right, so let's go over it. You know, it's cool. You know, let's throw yourself in it. So I have the alert set at 32.66. Right. I'm waiting for that to get broken. Once that get broken, more than likely that will be a confirmed high. Right. So we will get entry from this. I'll wait. If not, well then we will wait until the market do a market thing and then get a proper structure now. Right, but so looking at 32.66 as the high to get broken, or they can set the alerts for that too. So once we get a high there, we will come and make a decision based on that. I would also set an alert below the low here. Right, so if the market ever sell off, then we will know that the previous low get broken, so the market might be going down. I may not take a trade because as I say, if the market sell off back here, we in consolidation overall now. So I wouldn't really take a short, but at least I would know that the market's still in consolidation. So I'll put gold sells here to confirm. So let's explain how much alerts I have. Trading view get less alerts, so
Trading view
I think the views are mostly cheaper, I think, boy.
but I still get 5, I think, boy.
Nah, it's 5. It's 5.
5,
gonna get 3,
boy.
boy.
Yeah, delete the ones that triggered, Malo. Delete the ones that triggered.
The thing we buy, the short and we buy, dog, boy. We start pause or detail inactive. You know it's 5. Yes, boy. They give you less, boy.
How much again?
3, boy.
Yeah, that's why I say the shells again all the time.
It's 3 years, you know.
Nah, there's no. They get 5.
I know that it's 5. It has get
I just have 2 on BTC and the rest on gold.
and not paying no $140 a month, boy. Mad,
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Not enough money making for that.
Not enough money making for that, boy. You're crazy. Oh, free word. Alright, so
I know. Comment ask if you subscribe to Trading View then.
No way. No way. I don't pay that money, man. I too much money, man. I don't want to say for this, but nah, man, no way, nah, man. Nah. Right. So the looking good for the buys, looking good, right? But I watching how this 1 hour RSI a little high here, so we might get a little pullback before. Alright, so I don't really use the RSI as a leading indicator, meaning I look at it last, right? But it has been good to see now. Right, this area here is a tough area, so we need to get broken to confirm any buy. So I don't want to jump in a buy now and then the market decide to sell, So so what my thought process currently is that I like the buys, and I believe we would get a little sell, maybe a pullback before the buys, because like if you're only 4 hours, we can get no red candles now. So we go have to get red candles. So remember, well, but with this buy on the red candles. The reason being, when the market selling off, right? Let me see, after red candles is green, So when you're getting reds, I'm messaging you when price is. Yeah, no, set the alert set. So when the market selling, it will be due kind of before buying now, So I look to see red candles now. So I would like to see a forward red candle because we ain't get nonsense. So I think, because of this little area here, this could be a little double top. It could give you a red candle, RSI high. I don't know. We're waiting to see. We could get a break.
Sit down on your hand.
Yeah, so better just wait to see now. So what we're looking for currently in this particular little area in here, the alert set at the 32.65, and I have the lower alert set at 32.24. So if the market break the high, I go look for the retest above this high here, above this area, and we go take a trade for a buy. I will set the TP, you go for TP1 could be like around 22, 28 or whatever. So you will take that as one. You will enter 2 positions, and we go take the higher, the second one is like 32, 39 as TP2. Right? And if we get TP1 and we reach TP2, we might maybe hold TP2. I ain't know. I doubt we going all time high. I'm not sure. I doubt. But you never know. But we go see.
When you say what's the alert for the low?
32.24. So the alert for the low is just below the low. Right, just below this low here. So I'm not taking shots. Right, if it come back down. Right, so if it sell off and it break the low, I'm not looking for sells. Right, I will leave it in consolidation. But what I would want to know is that the market is going back into consolidation. If the market come back down here, I taking that as consolidation. I ain't taking nothing. It might sell off. I ain't saying no, but I ain't if it turn around, I ain't taking as no entry. My waiting for zones to break. If I zone break, it could push. Right now we gonna move now. Right now when we enter a trade, we hold our trade. So I would just like to see if it break the low, I would just know that already market coming back down here, and I could look at wherever now. I don't know how much of a big sell you would get if it come back down here. I don't know how far we're going now. So I just want to know what it's doing. If it break the high, well then I will look for entries on the buys, and you'll see if we get a little thing on the buys now, boy. So that is that we're looking at currently for this prices. We holding on. We're just saying no until we get one of them alerts set. Alright, so that's the next rule of thumb. Trade between alerts. Right? What I mean by that is, let me say, yeah, right now, we see how the market in between here. Yeah, do watch the chart. Get any habit of not having to look at the chart so often, it will frustrate you. Right? Get any habit of being at peace with the chart. So like either like Thursday evening and the market close, I do come on this thing until Sunday. I don't study it. Right? No, I'm not saying not to watch videos and not to practice and then as you're learning. Right? But don't do it to the point where it hurts in your head. And don't do it to the point where you're forcing it now. Yeah, they kind of go with how it's moving, so get yourself time. So don't rush it. Practice, study, look at videos, whatever, but don't apply pressure to it now, right? It will make your trading career a lot harder. So just think about it as dog are doing this thing and natural progression, right? You will wake up a day, I guarantee it to you. You will wake up a day and everything will just click. We are adults. You have periods in time in life where you might be going through things might be frustrating, you mightn't understand, figuring out whatever, and then one day you just wake up and you know everything, right? Or the problem you had just disappeared. You don't know where the problem gone. So trading is no different. So you'll be fighting with it in the beginning. You're battling with it because it's something you want, but battling with it don't make you better. Right? You'll kind of force you. it'll be forced on your system. So that's kind of just understand that there's a natural progression. Just stick with it and understand and believe that it can and would work for you. So it's not that you will get it. Sure about that. You would. Right? Just kind of just go with the flow. Don't pressure yourself too much, and you'll get it now. So in between alerts, that once you enter a trade, don't look at the trade till the alert hit. Alright, so like right now, don't try to figure out if this is going to doji and sell. Don't beat up. When the alert hit, you watch the chart, you make a decision. If you enter the trade, same thing, put your alert. For either, like, so I put my alert halfway through TP and halfway through stop loss. So for instance, right, let me say I enter buy here, right, and I put my stop loss below here, right, and I'm looking for my TP to be here. So let me say this is currently a trade that I'm in. What I would do is I'll put my alert halfway through the stop loss. So if the market going against me halfway through, I can make a decision. So if I see halfway through, like, I can make a big red candle, I might say, nah, but I ain't like how this looking, so I mightn't even take the full loss. Right? So I might lose 0.5%. Let me just see. I ain't like how it's looking. I'll cut ties halfway through where I'm actually risking. So let me say I'm risking $10 and halfway through $5. I don't like how it's looking. I would take a L, right, at $5. So that's just how I just manage my risk. Sometimes it might be thinking, and I might decide what I would hold the trade, and you hold the trade. But at least you know where the market going, and I would just set a next alert. Let me say same thing for the TP, right? Let me say TP is up here, right? They were going for TP. I would set my alert. I would say enter here. I would set my alert above here. Let me just say. So I know the high get broken. So I put high broken. So I know I could be my bad or whatever. I get the alert. Yeah, but the market going in my favor. I might then come now and drag up my stop loss. That's to make sure I ain't lost nothing, and I pull him. I go back in my bed, wait for TP or something. So usually I would pay somewhere here, and like if it hit normal, I would close. I don't always hold the TP a few times. I still something I had to work on. And once I see that money, I wait. So I just take it now. But usually I just pay it like halfway through TP, so I would know like the market pushing in my direction. And until I hear the alert hit, I don't watch the trade. So whatever the candle is doing irrelevant in between your alerts now. So you don't need to, because you can't do anything about it anyway. The market, they can't fix it. They can't change the candle. It don't matter. So saying I'm watching them candles, especially like on 1 minute, serves you no purpose. It will just frustrate you. Right? So trade in between your alerts. So use your alerts like that. Before your trade line up, like how we have our trade line up here, and we're expecting it to do certain things. We could, I thought this would send back my alerts, but that's crazy, right? So we have your alert here anticipating our trade, and we have your alert below here anticipating ready to sell. We wouldn't be anticipating the trade, so you could just hold on, right? If you enter the trade, you would use the same alerts to manage. So before you take the trade, you put your alerts to see where the zones may be, and then when you end the trade, you set your alerts at key points that you would know what happened or having to look at it, and just train yourself to listen for the alerts and not look at the charts. This would help you hold your trades. It would help you get better with the emotions and manage it, and be calm now. So if when you have the urge, because this is what I do, if you have the urge to look at the chart, just remind yourself I didn't hear anything. So that means it didn't actually reach anywhere. You understand? So now happened on the chart, boy. Dog, you didn't hear no alert. It didn't do nothing. Wait. And when you hear alert, sometimes you peep and you see a thing in Jordan, you don't feel good, but at least you finally get relief. And then sometimes you hear the alert again and you peep and you see a thing by, and it's like, let's go. You feel like a boss now, right? So that's a pro tip there for all you. So I would make
but trade we really hit me that flick, but
trade run all your dust dog, pay your $140 a month cheaper.
Wait, doing 140, you know?
Yeah, it's like on that for the TT, you know.
And yeah?
It's like 20 US a month, then like 140 TT.
Oh,
TT.
you're right in there.
That's why I say. That's why I say we not enough money making for
Oh,
that.
no. TT. But I don't care whatever.
But-
There is a bill.
But
man,
how
to
much?
pay
How
now.
much? But yeah, there's a bill, and how much I'll do to get into settle. Then it's
I
too
think it's
now about a
plenty.
lot too.
I think it's plenty. Yeah. There's need a list, especially where other charts say there's need a list, but
Yeah. But we
But,
only trading gold. We don't need all that.
so
I
need
for
all
more
that,
6-figure
Gold,
traders.
BTC,
yeah, but
For that 140, right?
yeah, bro, that find that 140 every month cannot tough.
You
boy.
can make that 140 in trade.
No, you can
If
make
you make
it,
the
no,
140
dog,
in
it's just-
trade. No, you can make it and keep it to spend it.
Yeah, one with the TT, you can make that.
No, not you, Malo.
Anybody,
It's,
yeah. Bro.
I know, but what I'm saying is,
Right
vendors
now.
make the money right now.
Yeah,
Make
that's
it, keep it to spend it.
yeah, but I still
You understand?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't see.
Remember, you have a budget too, so you stick it to
yeah,
that.
but I still not paying fade, so I should tell you though. that don't mean nothing though. I'm not paying for that. With value. I don't say not valuable, but you know, it means when that 140 though. Nah, okay, cool with that.
If they reduce it to one a little, I'll say, wait, by the time.
They might force me to think if there's a
Mhm.
one a little. But even like with this boy, I don't mind paying for it, but I don't think I would use anything else than half an hour. If I used to use like all the other stuff, I might consider thing. But I can't see myself having a bill just for alerts, boy.
I was starting to try for the back testing and the replay.
Back testing. I think it have what we used to use, boy. It have a free one, boy. I think it's Go Chat or something, boy.
Go chat, I'll look into it.
Yeah, boy.
Malo, how come I ain't see you talk about the StockX?
StockX?
You're using the RS, what RS5. And the
The
StockX is
stochastic
called.
RSI, I think it's this, boy.
Sorry, the
boy.
stochastic.
Yeah.
That's where you're using it right now. You're just using the normal RSI.
This no. But surely this though.
But since you tell me switch over that, why are you
Nah,
using it?
stochastic, boy. Stochastic RSI. That's not my thing. Stochastic RSI, boy. Like you play. Yeah, but let's say, boy, this is what we used to use in the beginning, boy. For free back testing, by the way.
The man all might be free again.
But look, now you see. No, it have a free version.
Sure.
I trading for you.
Trump making them men and raise the price.
It have a
I'll
free
try it,
version.
boy.
I trading for you. Then the replay button up here. If it's sign in, you just get a free thing up to a certain
Amount.
Yeah.
I used to use FX replay, but buy then started to prices and thing.
Everybody. All these things. So I come to realize, but that all these men is having businesses now, but so
Yeah.
I don't really knock a boy thing too. Man, at the end of the day, man, paying work to build that for you too. I don't watch no face with that boy thing. Yeah, but so the stochastic RSI, it's really using now, bro. Right? And I couldn't find it for whatever reason. I couldn't. Find
Well,
it.
since the last class, when you tell we, hey, this is where you use this, and I find it back, I switch on
Stochastic, bro.
because I like this because
Sharp,
it's showing me the
dog.
price
Sharp.
switching over.
Right. I find the volume profile I was using kinda. So I usually both of them, but it was kinda giving me a little bit too much information. So analysis paralysis. So I like this. I like the stochastic RSI, boy. So you're pretty much lining up. You see if you get your stochastic to line up like on the bottom here with this straight, bro, you're gonna get a bad move.
Well, you're right there.
Yeah.
Malo,
Oi.
what you said? The trader we got it Wednesday or Thursday, I believe, which was around 3,200, right? With the first diagonal trend line
See over here.
on the 1 hour. But the little W where we missed the first entry and
Here.
it was about on the morning left.
Somewhere here. This where we I call that short.
Nah, you could have buy, but with the messy action buy, the action buy was around 31.53, and we get it again 3200 wrong day.
I never called nobody last week. Or Friday, Tuesday or something, so.
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah. I call
Right. The trend and we have pull it down in blue, right? They pull on the one, right? And what they do when they pull, right?
Right.
How the retest was the retest was 31.89, right? And then we get the continuation up, right? Currently the market price, right? That trend going to still be valid on this side.
Yeah, so this trend line low-key invalid, you know.
Right, break the first time on the 3200, we get the first buy.
Yeah. So this trend line become invalid here and here. So this trend line for the downtrend no longer in play. Right?
Yeah, I got to watch it. Now it pulled back and wicked and went back up now.
Yeah, this trend line not valid. And the reason I have this trend line here was just to kind of show and to see where the market is and doing. So right now, what we're looking
So
at.
once it break the quasi trend line, it's invalid.
But it break it and retest it.
Alright.
If it break it alone, it don't matter. So you need down here support is a touch point. Up here resistance is a touch point. The trend line is a touch point. So let me use this little area for instance. We had many trades like this. If the market here, right, what you need is for the market to break the trend line, which is a touch point, and you need to break resistance, which is a touch point. So like areas like these here, the two had a break. So right now the market break one of the trend lines with a higher high or a higher low essentially. So you confirm in that kind of way low key the market going up, right? But you needed to also break a resistance.
Oh, so it's a correct consolidation and a higher
it's still in consolidation. Look, all here it's still flopping around. So
maybe when I believe yesterday and I watching something. Yesterday I watching something. I see about it. When I zoom out, compared to the last all time, I with 3,500 just get them massive buys. All these sell, the market sell. The real buys and really touch nothing yet, you know.
Yeah,
the real buys and commas yet.
Yeah, so for our strategy here, we will not enter here. We would not enter here. Because remember, let's say you scale up your time frame, right? You would have buy here, you buy a top. So you wouldn't buy a top. You know,
you can't buy that top there.
Right, so you missed it. So we like get here. But we didn't get it here. So we gotta wait for it to break and then take it here. But the beauty about if it break on top here, because the high time frame, we will get a nice move now. You go push, we will at least get probably TP2. We might get some here. A nice move. Eating on this. Understand? So you gotta wait to see if you get a big move. The big thing we're looking for, a big move without a trade all day. The more one look, it's not last week before we got a month and 5 to 1 or something. I think we
got the pulse move the week before.
One trade, bro.
One trade for that whole week.
One trade, and that trade satisfy you full your belly with that one trade. The son of the thing, but I come on where it was, but I think I call a short somewhere
on the Zoom class.
Right, I call it buy. I didn't send the buy. I think I was still. I didn't send the buy in our group. I never sent it in Alpha Core group. So them get the buy.
Yeah.
I did send a short for us someday. I think it was here, boy. I think we a little short. Right. Here what they call for us, boy. I did call a short here for us. Right. But I didn't call it so high up. I call it. I think when it break this zone. So I called this little short for we here. It didn't last too long, so we got a little thing, right? I think you have to take that trade. Somewhere here. I think at the break here we take this little short here. And then well the market pull back, boy though. But no, what happened, right, is that I see this. Right? I read course on the trade, you know.
Them long big red candle.
I did course on the trade, boy. Because here what went on. So I see the market break the zone here, right? I see the market pull back and retest this area here. And it set a sell, right? Boom, now I wait for the low to get broken. And I say, well, all right, bet we go take a short here. We get this short, right? A little small thing though. Right, but I was hoping that this come down now, boy. We come in up again wherever we get, I think we come all along be like right here at this level or something. So they need to put exact trade. Alright, so I see this. I see the market break, boom. I see the pullback. I see we come and we retest, we start the sell again. Cool. I wait for the confirmation for the market to break the low, take the trade, send it, we enter, then get a little short, small scalp. The market then pull back to the trend line, boy, dog, boy. Touch this here, and monster move all the way down, boy. That hot my belly, boy. This, I thought this was going to give you this one.
Tradition.
I had the TP quite down here or something, so I think down here is where the TP was, and I see where the marketing into this. I think we come out here. But yeah, boy, I thought this was going to turn into this, and we never get it, boy.
Went back and touched that trend line and then
sell, yeah, boy. It's a course. I see this too, but I wasn't on the charts now. The thing, I don't. If anything offered me coming here, dog. Especially me calling no trade for nobody. And if my head on it, I don't care. I'm not trading. I ain't taking no else. Like, I don't mind losing, but let me don't lose too easy now. Let them fight.
Once in emotionally stable, like can't touch him.
Yeah, no time and them coming on now. But I'm not selling no trade for nobody and thing. No. That is feel. That's real F. They come on and send trade for me and you thinking and whatever and thing. So me taking no trade if I can manage the trade properly. So this week here, God's willing, outside, dog. So they're gonna vex to see me on this start.
No, we don't do it.
Yeah, get some.
I even I believe, bro. I see the trader, but you see the aggressive and cheat. I really had that belly as that now, boy. We send when we chat. You send with the W thing now, boy. I memorize that pattern. I don't know majority times, like night. It don't always have to happen, but I don't know most of the time when that pattern appear, it does take off in the buys now, boy.
Mm-hmm.
You can have double pattern.
Double bottom bad.
Yeah.
Powerful
and even I believe when it had the monster sell before that would connect up to it was a double bottom,
Mm-hmm.
Into the big buy, it was a double bottom.
Yeah, we catching the trade when it turned. I remember we looking for the major zones and we identifying it as it happening. Anyway, in here is we looking to trade these little areas. Once we see these little things here, that removes. So hopefully, well, I don't know what the fundamentals is like, so I don't know how the buys would look. I don't think the buys lining up too good based on I think Trump making big deals and everything. So controversy.
Yeah, we signing real documents and things.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, so me.
Man just touching the phone and causing problems.
Yeah, man.
Twitching and thing, man.
Yeah. So
Marlo, is the latest on Bitcoin, man?
Boy, I real happy, boy, dog, boy. Bitcoin buying, boy. I inside since 76, bro. I real happy, boy, dog, boy. I think right now is what the price was 105 Bitcoin reach, boy, dog, boy. That going and break all time highs, bro. Bro, I end Bitcoin. My first buy in Bitcoin was something.
You're late, brother. You're late. It's 107 right now.
107?
Yeah, it's 107 somewhere around.
I buy Bitcoin somewhere here, dog. Right? Somewhere here, dog.
I missed out on that 76 because I ended up buying XRP, but
I sell my XRP and buy Bitcoin, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to go all in now, boy.
All in.
Yeah.
That is the same conversion you tell me about, Marlo.
Yeah.
Like so whenever you convert, you just convert at a certain time or where the market is.
You gotta trade it, you know. You gotta come and look for lows and thing.
Serious?
Yeah, I trade it the same way, boy. Same way. You watch your chart. I buy here, boy, and I get all time high and I sit down to all of this. And then when I started telling her to buy, I buy here. But I don't know, but as soon as I change the chart, I see my entry points gone. But I remember the prices. I buy some here at this area here. And I did buy somewhere here.
So that's why the show up as a certain amount in the wallet.
Yeah, it's spot trading, no. Spot trading.
Well, I didn't have no clue about that.
I didn't really get into the spot trading. Why do I convert on my Binance?
I was just converting it to
yeah, right now
I really didn't know though.
Nah.
But now I know.
So when you convert, you don't want to trade it.
No. you people in the chart and
Well-
you're looking for a good price. You're buying and selling.
No, but you're confusing me now. You're confusing
I
me
lost right now with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
open
I
out
you're
them, Marlo.
confusing me now.
Right now, I'm
Because
buying
they're
a
still
bit of
good. They watch it like Dana, but they know the difference. The spot and actual trading goal itself now. So,
Yeah.
yeah, spot is from the wallet itself, the e-wallet itself.
Aight,
No,
aight.
not trading.
Not like this. Okay,
You
okay.
can use it too, You can use it, but you're doing the trading on the e-wallet itself.
Alright. Let me explain it all, you know.
Yeah.
So, what we doing is we pretty much buying and selling cryptos, price of gold, stocks, whatever, right? That we doing. Now, in crypto, you can own the cryptocurrency that you purchase, right? Now, if you go in your Binance, whatever, I'm not sure my Binance. But if you go in Binance or whatever, that's not. That's not.
Show me that Lamborghini money now.
Right. So if you go in spot, right? So this is regular spot trade, right? So you're buying and selling Bitcoin in it. So what it does be, right, is that you're buying, it come like investing in Bitcoin, or you're investing in whatever cryptocurrency you have, right? Oh god. So or like you're investing in whatever cryptocurrency you have. So I'm not sure why there's nothing in here, but anyhow. So you could buy Bitcoin. Let me say you want to buy it at this price, right? You buy 100 USDT. Let me say 100 USDT with a Bitcoin, right? Okay, look down here. Whatever. You buy okay, so you come on the chart. You analyze any chart and you're looking for a good price for Bitcoin. So let me say you're buying the dip. When I hear you buy the dip, you look for a good price to buy Bitcoin. You can analyze the chart here, or you can analyze the chart on trading view. You're coming in here now and you're paying, so like when you convert it, you put some money in your spot account and let me say you want to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. When you find a good price for Bitcoin, right? And the thing is, what you will then do now is come and you'll put your 100 and you'll buy Bitcoin in here. Follow? And then now you hold on to it. Now spot trading is a thing where it's not as active as how we trade like that. So it's kind of slowly appreciate. Now the more money you put, the more money you get out of it, obviously. Right? That thing like margin trade, they make it borrow money to trade and whatever, but we don't get into that. But if you're pretty much buying some Bitcoin, now when you buy it, you will get Bitcoin in your wallet. Like all you convert, you will have some Bitcoin in your wallet.
Okay,
now,
before you go further.
Yeah, but you buy it for a low price. So then when it push now, it goes up in value. And that's how sometimes you see it in green.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
And then
this is my question, you know.
Right.
What if the money going red, you just lose it, or you just have to leave it and let it?
The trade, how much money you're losing? It's cheaper than you buy it.
So
Marlon, you could just leave it in your wallet and I go up the price.
That's the plan, bro.
So no, just leave it, even if it going minus or not, just leave it.
Yeah, spot trading don't be like how trading is. It had to go get it had to go real far.
I still
before let's go any further, here is what happening. With crypto, when you buy it, you don't use it unless you sell it. You don't lose the value unless you sell it.
Correct.
Here why I ask tonight, Marlo. When you convert it, right, from USDT to Bitcoin, right? You convert it in your wallet. That is it. Or you still had a trade.
That is
it. Right, that's why I asked.
The trading come with the analysis, Not me. When you analyze the chart, bro.
I want to say I will learn it first.
Right. No, you don't learn how to trade. When it
No, that wasn't me talking to you.
That is why after I watch the graph there.
So you see how let me say you see how the candle red here? Let me say you buy this dip dog in Bitcoin, right? And then the candle turn green and go up in value. You make money.
Yeah, you're not profiting.
But how you know? Because I just convert my me watch no graph, nothing, you know.
Well, right.
It is turned green. It is turned green. My concern is when it turn red. If it turn red, how How you lose
You
it?
gotta
You
lose
just have to
100.
leave it for it to recover,
Yeah,
or
just leave it to recover.
Because the day I convert
so it's
mine, the
not
next
like
day I get $2 on mine.
Yeah, it just went up in value. You come like you buy
it
Yeah,
just
yeah,
land,
went up
bro.
in value. Oh,
yeah.
If
so
it
if I
if
just leave money in my
it would
wallet,
just
it will
grow,
go up in
bro.
value.
It will go up in value. It's more valuable now. Come like you buy land and sit down on
But
it.
you could
And
check
then
back to the
also
day
you
when you
could
converted, Mala.
Yeah, you
like
could see
real
how much money you
estate.
make over a period of time.
So like
Right.
real estate, so you could come and build on it, which means it could spot trade and it could grow.
Right. So like let me say it's like
Okay.
let me say 1%, you get 1% on your money and your Bitcoin, how much about your 1% is
Mhm.
based on where you buy it
Because
now. You go see
because
it
when I
thing.
convert the little scrums day, I get a little $2, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I all get that $2 when I convert mine. And I just had
Right.
small and the night anytime I convert it and that was that.
That was
So
that.
all I need to do, all
But you
right.
chant when you get a dip, you buy some though. It go up in value. You buy you hold it. It dip again, but remember it keep going up in value. So when it dip again, you buy a little bit more. So you have more keep going up now, boy. And if it go down on you just hold on to it, they go recover. It more than likely it wouldn't go quite back below where you buy. And even if it does, you just hold it until they go back up now. You gotta lose 100. You see the percentage just be going up. For you to lose all your Bitcoin, you gotta lose 100%. It had a drop about 100% in value. Since you start, how much percentage?
And even then, it will still go back up.
It will go back up, bro.
And you recover your money.
Correct. So
That's
your
cool.
money always there, bro. So so that was to use as like an investment. So like you save a little money, you have a little 200 thing to save. Just buy a little Bitcoin and a little dip, dog. Buy a little bit
I'm
of
gonna
Bitcoin.
cash out my
Remember when Bitcoin was 100,000? When Bitcoin did the all-time high of 100,000, everybody was excited. And a lot of
Yeah,
people bought Bitcoin at that point. When
yeah,
it had
yeah,
dropped
yeah,
down to 60,000, people was crying
yeah.
and they wanted to sell.
But I
But now
got
it gone back up to
buying.
107,000. One of them seen people who did sell at 60.
Crying, you
They
make
make money.
mad money. Mad money. So remember, I should know the fun. When I send them thing in the group, though, fundamentals. I don't just be sending that, bro. That was going on in the market, dog. Right now, institutions, the U.S. government making legislation to think Bitcoin, bro. To cool as a reserve currency, and you see once this hybrid, dog, we gone, we out of here, you know, bro.
I like this conversation. I learned plenty.
And you just
As you on crypto, Marlo, you sold your stuff on Binance or you sold a cold wallet?
if I need a good day, bro.
You have your stuff on a cold wallet or you have it on Binance?
I have everything on Binance. I have the only other thing I have is I have some in Phantom.
I was saying just on a cold wallet, boy,
Yeah,
offline.
but me too.
Yeah,
I have some.
cool wallet. I was looking at one in particular. I can't remember the name right now, but it's not like a treasure or nothing, it's like a card, boy. I was looking at that one. That one
Uh-huh.
is on, yeah. I'm looking
Yeah.
in a cool. I wanted to bring some answer that thing. Yeah, that you really need the cold storage, yeah. But I said, well, I mean, all that money.
But exactly, that reason why I invested in crypto because I was like, that money to spend for that cold wallet. I ain't make that money yet.
Yeah, I big boy thing
Yeah, like
now.
my
But you could that's you could use like Phantom or Trust Wallet. Let's say get decentralized now. So in case Binance crash, you could always you have your thing on a decentralized app now. So you could always get back your thing anywhere you go now.
Yeah. The best way to make a wallet is with the 12-word passkey.
Yeah.
Don't use Google or anything.
Yeah,
It'll
but
be
you just
safer
get them
that
And
on
way.
what
And
what
just
my what
record
my
yeah,
the
right
business
down
name
record.
your
was?
password.
Yeah,
Have it
write down
right
your
down.
password, yeah.
yeah, get them on like Phantom and Trust and them kind of thing. Just get them
That
kind
man
of
like real
Phantom.
clean, boy.
It have OKX.
the
It have
OKX, yeah.
OKX decent, yeah.
OKX are a real nice thing. The only reason I don't use OKX because of the fees now. Because we transferring plenty money, I don't use OKX now. But I prefer OKX.
Well, I
I
want
ain't,
to
I
find
ain't lying, eh? This lifetime membership really paying right now, you know.
It what?
This knowledge going cross border.
Yeah.
Why I want to find out is all the thing about age man, XLM and quantum thing.
Who's the crypto man here? Anybody deep in crypto? I is not a big
Now
crypto
I
man.
now dive in. I now put my
Is
oxygen
good
tank and
ones to
company.
invest in? Possibly XRP, Sui. Um, those are the ones to invest in right now. What else it have? Solana. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one too.
Right now, each
Yeah.
struggling though.
Not because
Which
I
one
was
struggling?
watching somebody meet.
Ethereum.
It will continue to go up. I think I
It was,
think
yeah, it was still go up. Yeah.
Then they
They're
they
struggling
use
this
it.
year. They're catching up,
It
catching up a little bit
It
now, but
is
they're struggling.
it had too much. I mean, the problem with Ethereum is the headlines.
But
So
they
And
use
how
as
it.
they
soon
had
as
the
things
hack
cool
the
down
other day
again,
too.
Ethereum will just catch up to it will start to catch up back to Bitcoin. So
But they use
My
Ethereum for
advice
all
to
smart
anybody who
contracts
wants
though.
to get into crypto, majority of holdings is in Bitcoin, and then choose like about two or three altcoins like Solana or one of them. I put like about 15-20% of what you want to put in that, and let it roll, and just keep adding.
I was doing that, but the reason I went all in on Bitcoin is just the money by the gains, but see when they split to this, guys go too small now, boy. So that's why I just
Now,
went all in on Bitcoin.
my thing with it is that
We supposed to
with
diversify.
Bitcoin gains, because of the amount of money that you have to put in to get them big gains will be small, but with them smaller market cap coins,
Yeah,
you can get bigger gains with smaller money.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
You could put 100 US in Solana, and it go up at 10% or 5% or something, and you get bigger gain than if
yeah.
Bitcoin go up at 5%.
Right now, when Thursday I put in 150 in Bitcoin, I up to 175 right now. I converted over and I up to 175 right now.
Food.
So a small loss or a small gain.
I looking at Bitcoin for the future for what it doing. I looking at it for that. Be okay buying on again now, but I think in about 10 years from now, 15 years from now though.
Bitcoin gonna be like gold,
Yeah.
but it is the gold.
The digital gold. I look at
Yeah,
it from that point of view. You can't buy Bitcoin and though you can't buy now.
yeah.
You can't get again. Well, it's a finite amount though. You will never have any more. So when everybody buy
Once
it
that
up,
Yeah, but I got followers where
I didn't tell you though. You're gonna see as a all time I crack the that's it game over, bro.
Well, I remember a movie from Justin Timberlake called
I
In
will
Time.
break it. Yeah, I watch on small. That is all the stick in my brain. That movie different.
Right. Think of Bitcoin, how the man was dealing with time.
Yeah,
Because
that
people
one
were storing
different.
time in vault something, think of Bitcoin like that. You're storing it like that, and over time, it will always appreciate.
Yeah.
oh guys, our next good one is Doge. Dogecoin is a good one to invest into.
yeah, some in and all too, some Dodge.
Doge. Okay.
Uh, yeah, Doge. Just buy it and keep it. You'll see
I know.
eventually.
I don't
Yeah.
do that. We want Bitcoin.
I
I
don't
trade
know.
them kind
I
of meme
find
coins, boy.
Trump coin kind of scammer still. Um, but I get some good gains on that when I buy it at $8, $6. So it back to $12 now. Imagine that was $100 the other day. Yeah, it was $100 when it now come out. It went straight up to 100 and then
Guys,
again
you see,
down.
guys, the thing with them meme coins and them. It will,
Yeah,
you get good gains, but the same way you get the gains, it come like
same.
a big red candle in gold. It could dip anytime.
Yeah, I just got a scalp. I just got a scalp on that. On the goal from around 45.
It's still in a gold trade?
No, I just got a small sell. Just I didn't do it on the on what we. Yeah, what I just take it from. I just got 50 pips there.
Okay.
Oh, in the buy from before, I take
You
100 pips.
funny.
The buy I tell you about, I had it from 30. I get it from I come out like around 40 something. So that was decent.
Yeah. I'm holding on for the market to reach a premium.
Yeah, yeah. 60. I see in where 66 is the breakout structure on the top and below. Hold on.
Really?
Below you're looking at 31.23. So if it break 31.23, there's more sales now, right? But that's how far way down. So that's like 1,000 and more pips.
I think anything will go so far back though. I just waiting to see if the every time like they always say break the low, yeah. and it creates like a little structure or something, I might consider taking like a little short, depending on how it's looking, I know.
Yeah, the in between consolidation is fine because is 1,200 pips down now. So for like real cells, any real kind of cells,
Yeah, yeah,
it's too far down. So we can get some shorts in between, but it had to be scalps.
yeah, well,
I can.
then why does watch too?
I mean, but we in a bearish market at the moment, so cells we could look at some cells.
I watch all these little areas here.
Yeah,
I don't I don't like all them little areas.
but 66, yeah, all yeah, 66. I'll do it.
I don't like
Buys.
all these little zones in between here. I doesn't like all them little zones. Here to
I
here,
should have
here to
stay in this
here,
cell at I
here
guess
to
70
here,
pips.
here to here.
Jeez. It consolidating, so consolidating.
You can consolidate. I don't know if my trend line, I believe my trend line valid.
Mm-hmm.
Once
Where
you
is
hit
the trend
that
line?
the BTC,
Holding on to that Bitcoin, boy.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Bitcoin. Yeah.
yeah.
Holding on to
And
that
Boy, you
Bitcoin.
see when it just touched us at 1,000, but
Holding on to that Bitcoin, boy.
it breaks structure. Bitcoin break structure
Malo, I
105,
really didn't know
140.
that what you mean when you was selling that indicator quite down there, because look at how much gains they get.
You talking about?
So in the BTC, but
Yeah.
when you're selling, so I draw the trend line where it come and it returns the trend line and then up to this major where it is by the major high there, the all time high.
Talking about right there by it?
Yeah.
Malo, what you go on right now? You-
I see in cells.
yeah, you see the first yellow dot before the.
Yeah.
That's why I take it, boy. And I was just holding, but I didn't. I'm a personal account. Eh,
Yeah, and I see
afraid, boy. Afraid.
I dog,
Yeah, no, don't worry.
dog.
That's 100 pips to just touch there. No?
Bro, I don't
Yeah, but too much
Oh my God.
volatility inside there, but that's why we just stay out of there.
Yeah. Mm. The stochastic. I like that. Like 100.
yeah, to trust these areas. This could be a valid sell, you know. I
It
think
is a valid sell.
I think
Yeah, when you see stochastics that open up some more, it will just fly. It will continue to fly down.
if this break here, and the stochastic get back high, I'll take a shot.
Uh, I thinking on the 26. What do you think about our next 100 pips on that 26 for more cells? Because that was the last higher low. Wait,
Yeah, but that what the zone is?
right. Okay. 26,
Oh,
right.
you not see my screen?
Nah, I was watching the golden red. Let me see it. Let me see the screen.
Yeah, that already
I'm not seeing the screen right now either though.
yeah, and
You're not up.
yeah, some shit. That already thing is though. That already
Oh yeah, but that 26. Alright,
yeah.
cool.
So I feel
Right.
my ticket if it get take something small.
If it break and close below, yeah.
Probably take two entries, one till here, one till here, and then I go come out.
I got pretty night up. I probably get like about 1,000 on my prop. So
This way. Yeah. Easy. Hey, Ollie, pull it in. Let's go.
yeah,
Take
later
off.
man.
Malo, I'm gonna get a shout for 5 minutes, boy. I'll call
Ooh,
WhatsApp.
pay all this sub, eh?
I'm gonna call you now, no follow.
Yeah, wait.
Later everybody.
Yo.
Yeah. So this BTC thing though, right? You go on when I click the BTC in the where you show me where you take the trade, where you watching the market, right?
and you press buy, you're going to show that you have the option to use a USDT. Well, it's showing that what available USDT you have and how much BTC you have available, right? And when you press trade or you press not trade, when you press buy, where you seeing your running trade?
It go back in a regular spot wallet. So your spot wallet is where your trade just be. Your funding is the money you just be using. So like when you go in there and you click buy or wherever, and then you have your thing on it. You could see it kind of it's be on the bottom on your thing, you know. But
Mine's on top. I click spot. I go in my wallet and I click spot on top.
Right. Okay. So if you're buying it from directly in there, now you see. Well, let's see. Oh God. That's no bad. This thing's still recording, man. Let's take off this.